Hello guys, before we start, make sure to like and subscribe. Alright, Jason is finally in DBD Elite, and honestly, after years of people asking for him, years of rumors, leaks, speculations, I didn't think we'd actually get here. Now, after reading through the patch notes, the PTB patch notes, and watching gameplay, I think Jason looks fun, like genuinely fun. I also think this chapter is going to start a lot of discussions because this isn't just another license killer, this is Jason. And this isn't some random chapter in the middle of the year. This is the 10th anniversary chapter. Like 10 years of Dead by Daylight. So while I'm excited, I also can't help but feel like Behaviour play things a little safer than I expected. Not bad, just safer, and I'll explain what I mean. Before we even talk about the power, let's think about something. How do you actually design Jason? Because if you think about it, Jason isn't a character knowing or doing crazy supernatural tricks. He doesn't teleport around reality, he doesn't create clones, he doesn't possess people, he doesn't throw hallucinations at survivors. His entire identity is basically I'm over there, now I'm over here, and somehow you're that. That's Jason. He's simple, which sounds easy to design, but until you realize simplicity is actually really hard to turn into a DBD power. Because if behavior makes him too simple, people complain he's boring, which I was scared of. If they make him too complex, people complain he doesn't feel like Jason. So let's start with the main power. Omnipresent evil. The moment I read this power description, I immediately understood what they were trying to do. They were trying to recreate that feeling from the movies. That feeling where Jason somehow knows where people are. That feeling where survivors stop moving and suddenly realize he's closer than they thought. When Jason activates Omnipresent Evil, he becomes invisible and gains undetectable status effect. That's already pretty scary, but the interesting part is the trade-off. Jason can't see survivors, he can't see scratch marks. So you're not just becoming a stealth killer, you're entering a completely different tracking mode. Sounds familiar? Yes, the spirit's power. Survivors create information through movement. If survivors stop moving, mist clouds reveal them. If survivors are moving, footprints reveal where they are going. And now let's talk about the ability everyone is probably going to remember. Jump scare. You activate Omnipresent Evil, then you target a pallet window or breakable wall, and Jason suddenly launches himself into a special vault or special break. When he do jump scare, he immediately exits stealth and gets haste and reveals nearby survivors through killer instinct. That's going to create some hilarious clips. Now, this is where my mixed feelings start, because while I think this ability is fun, I don't know if it's unique enough for 10th anniversary killer. That's my issue. Not power level, not balance, just uniqueness. Jason absolutely feels fun, but part of me expected something we have never seen before. And instead the kit feels like a collection of very smart existing ideas put together in Jason's themed package, which isn't bad, I just expected more. And then he has throwing spikes ability. Jason can collect spikes around the map, ready them, throw them, and if they connect, survivors lose a health state. Now, immediately people are going to compare these to Hunter, Deathlinger, Trickster, literally every projectile killer, and honestly I understand why. At first glance it sounds familiar, but then you read the details. Because hook spikes don't just injure, they impale. Now survivors can't heal past injured. And Jason can track the embedded spike. That's where things get interesting. This isn't just range damage, this is pressure, information, and slowdown. And we also get the wall interaction. If an injured survivor gets hit and knocked into a wall, they become immobilized, which sounds incredibly annoying, and by annoying I mean probably very strong as well. Now we are going to killer perks. Killer perks aren't stealing the show here. Jason's power is, but there are some interesting ones. We got another Hex perk, Scared to Death. Breaking pallets causing screams and hindrance. That sounds absolutely miserable in chase, especially against less experienced survivors. But it's okay. Silent Shadow honestly feels like a classic stealth perk, but it's very unique. It's something very new. It's not random perk. The beginning of the game undetectable is nice. The end game undetectable is probably where the real value is, especially in combination with something else. Rampage. I think this one has potential. The more pallets you break, the stronger your response becomes after stuns and blinds. I can already see some killers using this in surprisingly annoying builds. Also, we got an original survivor. He's not part of the JSON. And it's not connected, it's just original survivor behaviors idea, but we got perks to test in the PTB, which is nice. But I'm actually more excited about survivor than about JSON, I'm sorry. But yeah. Now let's talk about the survivor perks, and honestly, wide open throttle is the one everyone is looking at. Oh my god. Because resetting a pallet is crazy. We have seen that in the 2v8, but not in this fun way. But yeah, even with the cooldown, even with the block, it's crazy perk. And that's one of those perks where the first week is either oh my god this is broken or nobody uses this. The same thing that was with Rick's perk to repair the pallet. Lend a hand is interesting, not flashy, not exciting, but potentially useful. I like it. Cross-examination is probably the most unique perk of the of all the time. Like, it's amazing. Being able to literally follow the killer's path through light marks sounds incredibly useful for awareness players, especially against stealth killers. I like it. After reading everything, after playing, where do I stand? Jason looks fun. And I know I have said that multiple times, but that's because I think it's the most important thing. Could he have been more unique? Yes. Do I think Behaviour play things a little too safe? Also yes, but at the same time I'd rather have a fun Jason than an overly complicated Jason. And from what we have seen so far, the killer looks like someone people are actually going to keep playing after the launch hype goes down. For me, that's nice, that's a win. Even if the part of me still wishes the 10th anniversary chapter had pushed things just a little bit further, but yeah, I'm fine. So guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is just my opinion, a little breakdown of the update. I'm excited to see event. It's something new. We got a little bit of leaks, but I would not comment that for now. We will see on 16th June. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, make sure to stick around. There is much more coming. Also, I am streaming on Kick and Twitch. I'm very active there, so I hope to see you there as well. Links in description. Bye.